Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. In this one I'm going to show you how you can take an ordinary sheep advent calendar and turn it into one with your own design and also with your own chocolate to have on the inside. This was such a fun DIY to make and a perfect project to make for this time of the year. So let's get started! The first thing you're gonna need to do is to remove the chocolates and also the plastic mold that is inside of the calendar. And you can easily do this by cutting a line on one of the sides, and then you should be able to easily remove the plastic part that is inside. And I want to make my own chocolate for this calendar, so I also removed the chocolate pieces from the mold. And I then saved it for later. But now I'm gonna show you how you can decorate your calendar. And because there were so much colors and details on this calendar, I decided to first spray paint it white. And if you do this, I would recommend you to do it outside because this smells really strong and you also don't want to risk it getting anywhere in your room. And next it is time to come up with a design for your calendar. I decided to make a little reindeer on mine and also some Christmas decorations. So I sketched that up and I then filled it in with a black marker. And make sure to be a bit careful when doing this so you don't accidentally open any of the boxes. And then it is time for paint. I used regular liquid craft paints and a small brush to paint in all of the colors for my design. And if you want to, you can also add even more details. I added some gold tape to the sides, both to make it look better, but also to cover up any mistakes that I had made while painting. And I also added some glitter to the nose and some of the other details. And to do this, you first paint on a thin coat of glaze, and then you can add the glitter on top. And if you don't have any glaze, I'm sure that it would also work fine to add the glitter directly to the wet paint. And also, of course, don't forget to paint on all of the numbers on the little doors on the calendar. And once you are happy with the design for your calendar, it is time to make the chocolates for the inside. And for my chocolates, I started by taking white and milk chocolate and I melted them. And I then added the liquid chocolate to piping bags. I cut small holes in the bottom and I then added the chocolate to the plastic molds. And if you want to, you could use a spoon or pour the chocolate into the molds, but using a piping bag is just going to make it a little bit cleaner and a bit easier. So as you can see, I added the brown chocolates to about half of the molds and white chocolate to the rest of them. And a good tip here is to tap the molds on your surface a few times, and this is just going to make the chocolates a lot smoother. And now it is finally time to decorate the chocolates. And I started off by crushing some candy canes and I sorted out green and red Smarties. And I then added one red candy to some of the brown chocolates and a random mix for the other ones. And for the white chocolates, I added one orange M&M to some of them and crushed candy canes to the other ones. And I then let the chocolate set for a few hours in the refrigerator, and I then used brown and white chocolate in smaller piping bags to add details to them. And as you can see, I made some reindeers and snowmen. And one of the chocolates was a bit bigger, so I made some extra details for that one. And you can then put the chocolates back in the refrigerator again, just for a little while to make the new details set. And now that you are done with both the chocolates and the calendar, all that's left to do now is to just put them back together. And now you are done with your awesome homemade calendar. This was such a fun Christmas DIY project, and what I love about it is that you can make it super personal. If you are making this for someone else, you could maybe paint a picture of their pet or write the name of the person you're giving it to. And if you don't want to make your own chocolates, you could of course just keep the ones that the calendar came with, but I do think that making your own makes this project a lot more fun. So that was all for today's video. If you'd like to see more Christmas themed videos or have ideas for other projects you'd like me to make, just let me know in the comments. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!